You'll probably have to reset this time screen share when you get everything set back up.
Alright. There. So, sorry about that, guys. My laptop crashed, and so the stream crashed.
Yeah, I'm still getting a black screen on my screen share.
Oh, that's because I haven't, There we go.
There we go. Life is worth living again.
Yeah. That's what I get for, Well, that's just what I get. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, that's a bit of a whoopsie doodle.
Yeah. I'll just have to retitle it when I... Now, I've never seen the movie The Wind. Fuck off already with your...
That's right. Give him the old Yeller treatment. Fucking Leon Kennedy, their asses. If Resident Evil was on the NES.
Yeah, it's got that old DOS PC feel to it. So I have not seen the movie The Wind. I do not know the context for anything that is happening in this game's story.
Yeah. I was about to say, don't tell me it fucking crashed again.
Yeah, no, it hasn't crashed. Thank God.
It went black second on my fuck.
Yeah, that's the second time we've been streaming and it just crashed on me.
Your laptop decided to take a dump.
Yes. Yes, it took a shit.
Fucking crashed.
Took a shit in its pants. So yeah, I don't know the context for anything.
You're just following the on-screen instructions.
Pretty much. I just remember playing this because I saw Alpha Beta Gamer had played it on his channel. Some of the games that I've done for these indie one-shots are games that I saw on Alpha Beta Gamer's channel. And I was like, you know what, I want to play this for myself.
Yeah. Well, that fucker came out of nowhere.
Yep.
IFC Midnight.
Yep.
Unknown distributor of low budget, straight to video horror films.
Yeah, didn't they do It Follows?
I think.
I believe they did. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, if we're gonna do a Charlie video, I've got the perfect Charlie video. Douche tubers.
Oh, this sounds great. This sounds great.
Today we'll be taking an educational look at
Holy
the species
shit.
known as douche tubers.
Yes.
The douche tubers phylum consists of members that possess no soul, no morals, and no creativity, and definitely no entertainment. In this phylum, you'll find members such as the Rice Gum and the Paul brothers. Douche-tubers are composed of mainly 5 characteristics. 1. They are all douchebags on YouTube who got popular by being douchebags on YouTube for children. 2. Bragging, always bragging, or flexing. Flexing, for those of you who aren't 12, is when the money is thrown in the face of the viewer. Look how much money I have that you don't. I just fucked a hooker that cost $5,000 because girls usually won't look at me without money in my hand, so I paid for it. You don't have this kind of money, I have this kind of money. So it's just bragging about your money to the children that watch you, which is...
I've never understood that. I've never understood the whole thing with flexing.
First of all, that's how you get robbed.
Yeah. It's, hey, let me show off all this really flashy shit that I've got. This really expensive designer jewelry or clothing or whatever. Second, it's just the dickhead version of show and tell. It's like, what does that do for me as the viewer?
Nothing. Except tell me what you have so I can come fucking rob you.
Exactly.
Not that I'd rob body, but that's literally you're literally opening yourself up to that shit.
Yeah, I'll never understand the whole point of that. And I don't understand the appeal of being a douchebag on the internet. Because for some reason there are people who enjoy watching other people act like douchebags. To me, it just makes me want to punch you in the mouth. I never have and never will understand the appeal of being a douchebag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of just shitting in the hand that feeds you. But kids like it. 3. Just being a big fucking douchebag. 4. You're still a big fucking douchebag. 5. Always threatening to fight your haters or roasting them. Optionally diss tracks if you want to be an extreme turbo super douchebag YouTuber. Douchebag YouTubers are something I've talked about in the past. They're probably the biggest content creators on the site because kids live vicariously through that kind of content. They see this man who's successful because they watch them. So they feel like they had a part in that person's success. And when they get flexed on, they feel like they've earned that. Like, when they're getting flexed on, it's like, hey, I gave you that. Yeah, use it wisely, Kids like that kind of shit because they might not have it, and it feels good that they were able to help someone else achieve it. I understand it. It makes sense. That doesn't mean I respect it, though. It's a very toxic thing. The reason I'm making this is because I found the perfect example of a douche-tuber today. Memulus made a video on a man named Ryan Franklin who is the epitome of a douche-tuber. He does it all. And I want to take a hard look at his channel here to show you exactly what douche-tubers are and why they're a bad thing.
For shoes, my shoes cost more than your whole outfit, so...
Right off rip, you can tell this dude's a fuckboy.
Dude, the haircut fucking gives it away.
The haircut, the accent. Come on, dude, you're British. You're already not cool.
Yeah, most of y'all are fuckboys anyway.
Irish pride, baby.
Fancy, yeah, fancy hum, mate.
Would you like some tea and crumpets with that, my
Yes.
lord?
Yeah. That reminds me, something I saw was a video of a guy digging around sand and the crab started snapping up at him. It was like, hey, settle it, mate, hey. But the guy was Australian. Like, only an Australian would tell an aggressive animal, to settle it. An aggressive wild animal to settle it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll probably freaking guide you to that video when we're done with this one.
Right.
Yeah, easy.
First, flexing. I'm only going to show one Ryan Franklin clip per point to illustrate it because I don't want to show more than necessary because I understand not everyone has a war-hardened stomach like I do that can hold on to vomit when they see abysmal fucking content like this. So I'm only going to show as much as necessary to get the points across so you are not tortured with more Ryan Franklin content than you need to be. In nearly everything that Ryan does, there's some degree of flexing. In a video, it'll be, oh, look at this Gucci hat I just bought, or, oh, hey, Dad, I just spent $2,000 on this Louis Vuitton trench coat. On Instagram, he'll post, just bought this extremely expensive pair of shoes, these Yeezys. Oh, check out this Gucci condom on my micro penis, hashtag blessed.
Gucci condoms? What the fuck? I'm silently dying in the background.
That line gets me every time.
Yeah, that's a definite. I sit it, mate.
Gucci condom on my micro penis. I mean, I'm sure if anybody has one, it's Ryan Franklin.
More like any other guy my ex has been with.
Ugh.
Yeah, let's not get to that.
Yeah.
He is always flexing.
And again,
flexing is one of the main...
Sorry?
Then again, I'm not worried about receiving any type of lawsuit since I'm far away from fucking Illinois now.
There you go.
And things with douche tubers. I really personally don't understand why people will just stand for that. That's just so insulting and spitting in your face. Hey, you've supported me. Now I'm going to brag to you that you don't have these things. So fuck you. I don't get that, and I think that's just a really bad thing to do. Unhealthy, more than anything. It shows nothing but insecurity or a sense of holier than thou, which all douche tubers have. They always think they're more important than all of their viewers, and they always have this belief that the world owes them everything and then entitled to everything the world has to offer.
I'm a hypocrite, which, you know, like, cool, whatever, I don't actually care, but apparently I'm a hypocrite because I complain about people doing clickbait, but then proceed to do clickbait myself. Now, I sort of get your point, but at the same time, your points are irrelevant, alright? They're dumb, they're stupid. I mean, I do the odd misleading thumbnail, the odd misleading title here and there, and if you're dumb enough to, like, you know, be misled and, like, actually go onto the video, like, I've clickbaited you, I won, I've got the extra view, like, you're so dumb if you've gone onto the video thinking...
I am in firm agreement with Ryan on this point here. If you are a fan of Ryan Franklin, you are dumb, and you are stupid. As you can see, this illustrates my point I just made, where he thinks he's better than all of his viewers. He thinks they're all very dumb for even falling for his clickbait, and most douche tubers feel the same way. Hey, my audience is so dumb, I can clickbait the shit out of anything, even if it makes no sense. Aliens invaded my boners at 3 a.m. while watching SpongeBob? Haunted, super scary, you won't believe, number 6. 10 million views.
Jesus.
I mean, he isn't wrong. It do be like that sometimes.
And I thought he had no filter and he was talking about Sneeko.
Charlie has not changed. Charlie's been on YouTube for over 10 years and he has not changed one bit.
Thank God.
He's pretty much been
I love YouTubers that are actually...
He's pretty much been this way since he started.
Yeah, as long as he's honest and consistent.
So he's the antithesis of iDubbbz. Because right now iDubbbz is trying to... iDubbbz has gone full fuckboy and is now trying to act like he's now above his earlier material.
Yeah, not what happened.
Between condemning your old content and being okay with your wife opening an OnlyFans, it's like, it's not a good look, Ian.
Dude, I saw something about a guy who was on Dr. Phil who said he doesn't talk to his family for the simple fact they don't have enough followers. And Dr. Phil just heard it. Dr. Phil just straight up fucking hurt his ego with what he said.
Well, I have a clip.
I'm sorry, but if you don't... What?
trying to figure out where the keep going. I'm looking for the clip.
I was just gonna say that for your mother to birth you and raise you and give you everything you need, and you grow up to be a little egotistical shit like that. Yeah, she should have aborted you, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. When you were saying.
She should have fucking swallowed.
Yeah. When you were
she
saying.
She should have fucking swallowed you.
Yeah. When you were saying the dude was like, yeah. They don't have enough followers, so I don't really talk to them. There's just one clip that came to my mind.
This is so stupid I can't quantify
it. No shit. This is so stupid I can't quantify it.
Yes. just cue up the clip of Crimson Rogue from his Empress Teresa video.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Because that's about the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Or insert clip. Or insert the clip of Ollie Coca short on when he talked about the story of a father who walked away from his family for 30 years and then came back, met his 30-some-year-old biological daughter. They fell in love and they had a fucking kid.
Ugh.
Yeah, Sweet Home Alabama.
Dueling banjos intensifies.
It's like, and Ollie Koga's first, yeah, and his first words about it are, "Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you two? This isn't even a bro moment. What the fuck is wrong with you?" There's a reason incest is illegal, you rat fucks.
Right.
Hopefully, they're lucky if that kid doesn't grow up to have any mental or hearing problems.
Yeah.
Because that's typically a result of incest.
Yeah, some kind of deformation.
Yeah. But enough about that topic. Let's get into it.
So yeah, I agree the viewers of these kind of people, I wouldn't necessarily call them stupid, but they're naive because they're children and they're being exploited with this misleading shit, which is fucking awful in my opinion.
I don't see the attraction. I'm not overly like, oh, like.
Now, one of the main things he does is he always insults any of his haters based on their appearance. He always goes right for appearance insults, and he does not discriminate. It doesn't matter your age, sex, race. You could be a fucking alien. You're still a target. Everyone is equal in his eyes. Here he is taking on a 6-year-old, and he showed no mercy. The full wrath of his clever roasting was laid down upon this 6-year-old. He was merciless.
What's wrong with your hairline? The hairline is so ugly.
Right. Hair jokes. I mean, I've never heard those before in my life. If I had £1 for every single time someone mocks my hair for the colour or the style or anything, it doesn't matter. I'd be living in the Bahamas.
I wonder why he gets so many hair jokes. I honestly can't imagine. I'm gonna go ahead and pile on it though. You look like Bert from Sesame Street. I'm sure you get that one all the time, so
Hey, that's what he gets for roasting a kid.
Yeah, seriously, if you're gonna go in on a child just for roasting you, dude, tell me you're an insecure bitch boy without actually telling me.
If some egos are that sensitive, bro,
Yeah.
it's a sad world. It's definitely a what the fuck moment.
If you can't take the heat, then
But
don't put your face on a public forum for people to comment on you, dumbass.
What I want to know is why was a 6-year-old being allowed to send in videos to begin with?
Yeah, that's a very important question.
Not to mention he's replying to it. That's just fucking pedo energy right there.
He strikes me as the kind of guy who Googles himself just to see what people are saying about him.
Yeah, typical insecure bitch boy pedo.
Yeah.
That's nothing new. Your hair looks like Anthony Sullivan's smart mop after it was used to clean up a pile of Chaz Finster's pubic hair.
I really hope this guy saw this video.
Oh, he did. He made a reaction video spurging out to it.
I'm sure Charlie did not give a fuck.
Charlie gave so little of a shit he didn't even bother to respond to it.
I mean, that's the best way to hurt them the worst. Not responding.
Exactly.
I'm actually really glad you chose that hairstyle, though, honestly. It lets people know you're a douchebag without ever having to talk to you. Your hair looks like 3 rusted slinkies that had an orgy on top of your head that you just decided not to stop.
He was merciless.
Yeah.
The way I see it, that 6-year-old got justice.
Exactly.
That's the reason he's roasting this guy, was because he roasted a 6-year-old.
I mean, Charlie doesn't have to find much of a reason to roast anybody.
Charlie would be a good dad.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he would.
I feel sorry for the kid who just. I feel sorry for the kid and the parents of the kid who decided to bully Charlie's kid. You're gonna end up viral on YouTube.
Yes. Ugh.
So you're welcome. There's 4 more
As
for
nervous
your
as I am,
Bahamas fun.
Sorry.
I said, as nervous as I am, let's continue.
Yeah.
This puss-like ugliest man alive.
And do you know what's the most awkward thing is when this calls you ugly.
Oh no, look out, we've been invaded by Ryan Franklin. No, I'm just kidding, that's not Ryan Franklin. That's Watto from the Star Wars prequels.
This is the master of mockery.
You know what? Watto is actually better looking than Ryan Franklin.
I mean, he actually seems like he'd be better company than Ryan Franklin.
Yeah. Watto's just a
Then again,
Watto's just a shady businessman. He's not a complete 100% douche.
no, he's just making ends meet. That's all.
He's just his worst sin is just being a scoundrel on the outskirts of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it's
he's not
Tatooine.
Huh?
Which I mean, it's Tatooine. It's pretty much wall to wall scoundrels for the entire planet.
I mean, he's not as bad as so. I mean, the shit he's done is not half as bad compared to some of the shit that his protege was going to do in the future.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt's way worse than Watto.
Yeah, well, he got choked to death by a chick in a metal bikini.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that made a lot of fanboys in the 80s very happy. The bikini, not the choking of Jabba.
Right.
Although, unfortunately, there are some people who are into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Just ask David
Let's not get
Carradine.
Huh?
Just ask David Carradine.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's just move on.
Ryan is way too much of a pussy to confront someone directly. He's already privated his Twitter account and shit because he's a big old pussy. But you see what I did there, Ryan? I compared you to Watto, and Watto is known for not being super great looking in The Phantom Menace. So I'm calling you ugly, you get it? You know, because that's what you do? Man, you really took that 6-year-old down to size, man. What are you, like 19 or 20, and you're just calling a fucking child ugly? Are you out of your fucking mind, man? Holy shit.
Well, I opened up some fan mail. This is a letter from one of you guys. I think her name's Jessica. I haven't opened that fan mail in 2 years.
What a cool guy. He couldn't even be bothered to read who the fan mail was from. He's had it for 2 fucking years and hasn't opened it. What a piece of shit. I honestly don't think that fan mail is actually from somebody. I feel like he just wrote that himself as Jessica. I don't think this guy's getting fan mail or ever has in the past.
You do want me to get maybe like another PO box, that sort of thing. Like you guys can send me in letters, maybe like candy from your country. Then I'll definitely do it. I think
Oh yeah, that's what we want you to do, Ryan. Open up another P.O. box so they can send you letters that you'll never fucking read for 2 years.
Right.
Great idea, you stupid son of a bitch. Amazing. Hey guys, you want me to open another P.O. box so you can send shit that I ignore? How's that sound? Great, huh? Again, just further proving he does not give a shit about his fans or anyone for that matter. Unbelievable.
now I don't intentionally flex on my fans. But
How the fuck do you have an accidental flex? Oh, whoopsie. I accidentally just started taking pictures of all of my expensive possessions and saying how great they were and then accidentally uploading them all over everything that I own. Damn, what a silly mistake. I mean, there's no correcting it now. It's already out in the wild. Shit, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you tripped, slipped on the floor, and accidentally snapped a photo of your Yeezys.
Or your microscopic dick.
Ryan. Babe.
Ryan, I'm pretty sure mine's bigger.
What is quickly becoming my catchphrase, Ryan? Don't shit on my plate and tell me it's a brownie.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh.
Yeah, accidental pun. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
joke to really rude.
I can't do the
During
fucking
summer, I made a few.
Oh, yeah. I would, but,
You know,
I don't want to disturb my neighbors.
Yeah.
So you know what? Fuck it. I'll just bring up the clip. Let's bring up the actual clip itself.
I was actually watching Dead Meat's video on Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman, and at one point they tried to kill one of the killer snowballs by burning it, and he just says, "Toasty," and James said, "Higher pitch, dude."
Nice.
He was referencing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And he actually had to completely re-upload his first Mortal Kombat kill count because, well, he dared use a few seconds of the theme song. So he replaced it with him doing it on saxophone.
Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Buddy. Let's finish off this jack off.
Yeah, before my computer crashes again.
Yeah.
videos on her, and yeah, the video's done well in terms of views, got me money. Okay, so I was doing a joke, like that tweet is a joke, like the whole Yeezy thing. It's a joke. You don't realise actually. Like, I feel that I'm quite misunderstood. I said this in yesterday's video.
This is always the fleshlight these douchebags start to use once it starts backfiring with all of their douchebaggery and bragging. Oh, it's just a joke. I'm just playing a persona. Ha ha ha. I'm not really a huge insufferable asshole. It's just a joke. Lighten up, guys. But it's very clear it's not a joke, because none of it's done in a comedic way or anything entertaining at all. It's just being an asshole. Joke's on you guys, I'm not really an asshole, ha 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 ha. If you have to keep reiterating that it's a joke time and time again, maybe it's not a good joke, or maybe you're the joke. It's just fucking silly, because it's very obvious to anyone that you're not kidding. You're just being a douchebag. Now, this was a National Geographic look at the douche tuber, and I hope you've all learned something about this abhorrent species. I really have no respect for these kind of people at all, and hopefully you're walking away with this knowledge and also forming an opinion that, hey, maybe these aren't great people that I should be letting either my kids or my brothers and sisters that are young watch, because it sets a bad example for them. It really does. 100%. That's it. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, now real quick before I gotta go. Well, actually, type in AAA, settle it, mate. That's just AYAY.
Oh, AY. Settle it, Mike. Okay.
First one. This is the most Australian video ever.
Check this out. Hello, buddy. Whoa! I settle it, mate.
Nice.
Yeah. And I got time for one more Charlie video, so let's check out his worst teachers ever video.
I know Thanksgiving's right around the corner, but I'm too excited. My golly, I tell ya, I can't wait, so I'm serving up the turkey early. So I hope you brought your appetite, because here comes the choo-choo train open wide. I'm feeding you something very wacky today.
Oh,
This
boy.
week, 2 Arizona school teachers lost their jobs after some of their OnlyFans content they were producing leaked. And it wasn't so much the existence of the
fuck.
OnlyFans itself. It was more so the fact that some of that content was filmed in the classroom that the woman teaches at. Her name is Samantha, and she was an
Come again?
They recorded porn in the fucking school classroom? What the fuck, dude?
Hold on a sec.
The fuck?
Yeah,
What? What the fuck?
Trying to find the appropriate clip, eh?
yeah, I found it. It took me a second, but I found it.
8th grade
Yeah,
science teacher by
nice.
day, but by night she was a penis professor. And she filmed videos with her husband where he would just fuck her in the classroom that she teaches at, just reducing a holy dojo of education to a simple cum dumpster. Now, in response to all of this blowing up, she's come forward with another video, but this time she's not getting her ass spread open, she's spreading her side of the situation. So, she has this video that explains why she did all of this, as well as going over how everything unfolded.
Oh,
And
boy.
I'd like to share that with you all, as well as going a bit deeper about the situation, because it's maybe even a bit more than wacky. This is starting to teeter on the edge of being pure silliness, even, I dare say.
Oh,
I
really?
created content at the beginning of the summer in order to earn extra money on the side to help pay for our basic necessities that our salaries were no longer meeting.
So she starts by explaining that teacher salary, especially in Arizona, is dog shit. And you'll get no argument from me there. Teachers get paid in popsicle sticks, basically. I think their salary is laughable compared to the work they're expected to do and how miserable the job can be.
Here's the problem, though. Name one teacher's pay raise that isn't voted, that isn't approved in the vote. Problem is that money never reaches the teachers. It always goes into the superintendent's pockets.
Right.
If you want teachers to start making more money, well, first off, get rid of the teachers' unions, because those are just and like the rest of government, it's just a hotbed of incessant greed.
Yeah, teachers don't get paid enough.
They don't get paid enough, and they keep getting fucked over by administration.
Fortunately, that's just the way it is.
So, on the one hand, I can't blame this woman for turning to a money factory like OnlyFans, but at the same time, it's like there should be a certain level, a certain code of ethics that comes with that, and one of them should be, for the love of God, do not film your videos in the classroom.
Yeah, that one's on you.
Yeah. You kind of walked into that firing.
Especially if it's a place where you go to learn.
Yeah.
That's just, Seriously, what the hell?
What the shit, lady?
Shit like that is what makes me want to hurt myself.
You make more money boosting League of Legends accounts every other weekend than you do as a full-time teacher. It's fucking ridiculous. I think it's just sad. And her husband is also a teacher, so a 2-teacher salary isn't exactly like hitting the jackpot. That's not an infinite money cheat code or anything. So she says that her and her husband started to struggle with being able to meet the basic requirements for their family and their children, which is why she looked for alternative income methods and chose OnlyFans. But then the question still exists of why do it in the fucking classroom that you teach your students at? It
Right.
makes no sense whatsoever.
I chose an anonymous name as well as blocking the entire state of Arizona on my OnlyFans so that it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state.
I didn't even know this was something you could do. I had no idea our technology was this advanced where you could just ban an entire state from checking out your OnlyFans. It makes sense that she tried this approach here, so that way no one in the immediate area would ever find it, but clearly something went awry. The technology must not be bulletproof because they still found it, and rather easily, it seems. Just listen to this. One student reportedly told his mother that his teacher was spread over his desk. What a crazy conversation that must have been. Just picture yourself being that kid. You're hanging out, sipping your apple juice, just a normal 8th grade day, and a friend of yours sends you a link to a video your teacher filmed and says, "Isn't that your science teacher, Miss Samantha?" So you click it, you open it, and there it is. No secrets left. Your teacher is being spread like butter on toast, and it's on your desk. You just sit there thinking to yourself, "Oh man."
Not gonna lie, that would
Yeah,
make
I am. What?
that would make third period biology insanely awkward.
Yeah, you'll never look at your teacher the same way again.
Right?
Well, that and that's just I'm just gonna I just fucking switch schools after that because I do not want to touch that desk ever again.
Right?
I don't care how hot that teacher is. I don't want to fucking touch that desk anymore.
Throw that thing into a burn pile.
Actually, no, just shoot it into the sun just to be safe.
Right?
That's a certified bro moment in itself. What the fuck?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I did algebra on that desk. And then imagine going into school on Monday and coming right up to that desk like you'd have nothing but like these war flashbacks, these visions of cheeks being clapped on your desk as a tear streams down your face. I'm also curious how many desks she was fucked on top of, because in another report someone said, "That was my friend's daughter's desk and she is mortified over the situation." It really seems like no desk was safe in this situation here. And I have to wonder, did they like clean up after themselves or anything? Because they didn't set it up like it was a scene out of Dexter where he puts up like all of the, sterile environment, like surgery operating room kind of shit. They just went in there raw and like in the actual classroom and fucked. Did they at least bring Clorox and wipe off the desks when they were done using it? Or did students then go into that classroom after the weekend and wonder why their desks smelled like asshole?
Or why there was white sticky stuff on the fucking desk. Like, is it? Why is there melted ice cream on my table? You know I don't like vanilla. I know, I'm going to hell.
I just pictured sometimes on Hotel Hell when Gordon Ramsay would pull out his black light and just run it all over the bed and just be like, "My God, I'm sleeping on a petri dish."
Yeah, don't put your mouth on that, kids.
Just picture Gordon Ramsay walking through that classroom with his Hotel Hell black light.
Oh, his blow will be worse than what he said to some of the teachers at Hogwarts.
What the fuck is this?
You fucking fucked her like a donkey on the fucking desk, eh?
I know you're teaching biology, but not that kind of biology.
That's something he would say.
This woman takes it. Like, I understand being a biology teacher, but you're taking this job way too seriously.
Jesus.
What the shit? Ugh.
Oh, Ramsey. He's a treasure. Motherfucker.
Yes, he is.
Alright, come here, you little bastard. Come here. Come here. There we go.
Is that the lizard on your tub again?
No. I have a stretched out wire hanger. And that whole extender grabber magnet thing I was talking about, it was on the end of it, and I was sort of bouncing it for like 5 minutes, and then it fell off. Like, oh shit. Like the same old shit in the Markiplier cat video when the cat was licking its kitten to the point where the kitten fell off and was like, oh shit.
Right.
Just the look that was on my face. That's a certified bra moment in itself.
Alright.
Yeah, let's move on.
This whole thing just doesn't make any sense. But you know what does make sense? How great my G Fuel flavor is. Divine Peach. Anyone that's tried it has had their lives improved for the better, I have no doubt.
Charlie's doing his sponsorship.
To win a G Fuel mini fridge or a 12-pack of Divine Peach.
The video that was created and advertised was made after contract hours on the weekend. No minors were ever present or involved in the videos.
I don't think anyone was ever trying to make the accusation that minors were present or somehow involved in the content, because that would be a whole different ballgame. This would be an entirely different conversation.
Yeah.
That would be a massive, massive, massive crime. Now, what people are saying is even though minors weren't present, the fact that you're using their space for adult content is a problem, obviously. So although there's no kids there, like Junior's not knocking on the door to the classroom, Miss Samantha, I've got my extra credit homework. Oh, jeepers! Like, even though there's no kids actually there, the fact that you are
Dude.
Bruh.
All I'm thinking of is that scene from the end of American Pie when Stifler walks in on Finch banging his mother. Mom? Finch fucker? Oh, hey, Steve.
Sweet home Alabama.
No, Finch was doing Stifler's mom.
Oh, I heard that wrong.
I worded it weird, I'm sorry.
Hey, either way, that still feels like a Sweet Home Alabama moment.
They're just begging to be punctuated with the Doing Your Mom song.
Yeah, that's an insult that most gamers used in 2009 Modern Warfare 2.
Doing your mom, doing your mom.
Or like, some guy, like when you're a little kid and some grown man tells you on Xbox Live he's gonna bang your mom, and then like several years later, you meet your mom's new boyfriend, and you hear a familiar gamer tag come out of his mouth, and he's like, "I told you I was gonna bang your mom." That's a hell of a story.
That would make things a little awkward at the dinner table.
Very much so. I guess let's go back to seeing Charlie roast this shit out of no good-for-nothing teachers.
Yeah.
Fucking in their playground is an issue. You can't just go to a kid's space and film this kind of content. It's not okay. You can't just like venture on over to Chuck E. Cheese and get your back blown out in the ball pit, film it, and expect nothing to come from it. Expect it to be all hunky-dory. And again, why did you...
Jesus. Charlie!
Aren't you glad I picked this one?
Yes. Because I actually... This one I had managed to not see somehow.
I thought it was going to be a compilation of bad teachers from all over the world, but hey, this still works.
Yeah.
It's still fun.
The title is still appropriate. Both of this woman and her husband are both teachers. Well, were.
Womp womp.
You want to use the kids' space for your porn. Why? It's not like that was your only option. You could have done your OnlyFans anywhere else, like at home. Why did you take it and film fucking porn in the space that you teach children? It is so fucked up and weird. And also, I'm sure all of you have realized this by now, but after school hours and on weekend doesn't necessarily mean there's no kids on the campus. I remember growing up, there were always club activities and shit that would go on weekends. So it was still very possible that there were kids in the nearby vicinity. It doesn't mean that there was no kids ever even close to their situation. It just, luckily, none of the kids ever, walked in on this shit. The whole video also isn't helped by the fact that she's clearly reading something she wrote in Microsoft Word and is trying to, keep up with it. So she'll take these long pauses to scroll, and you can see sometimes she loses her place in the document. So it also comes across as very insincere since she is blatantly just reading it very monotone from her monitor. So I don't think that helped anything that she was saying here, to be honest.
No.
I am already paying the...
I'm glad Charlie also noticed that, because that sticks out to me so hard. Speaking strictly as someone who has done rant videos to where he's reading straight from his monitor, yeah, that I know exactly what that looks like.
Yeah, this is just a severely fucked up situation.
But hey, look at the bright side. Now you can do OnlyFans full-time.
Womp womp.
See, there's a silver lining in this.
Yeah.
Consequence by losing my teaching certificate, as well as losing the job that I loved most. I thoroughly enjoyed working with my coworkers, teaching my students science, and it brought joy to me every day. Looking back at the situation, I wholly regret creating the video in the classroom after school hours. But I felt trapped in my financial situation, and I felt this was the only way that my family would be able to survive.
Really? This was the only way, the only option? Having your husband give you the Big McThankies from McSpankies in the classroom you were a teacher of?
Bruh.
What? I've never heard it put that way before.
That's giving me images I don't want.
I've never heard it put that way in my life. The McThankies from McSpankies? What the fuck, Charlie?
McDonald's porn brand. Totally not loving it.
Mommy, this Big Mac tastes funny.
Oh, Christ. Let's not forget about that one time we were being on one of our streams. We told one of the most bizarre things happened at McDonald's when a girl found a condom at the bottom of her fries. It's like, fucking how? Or that one girl who got a bag of weed and smoking pipe in her Happy Meal because the fucking pothead shared.
I don't know, I'm just thinking...
Still not as bad as the swastika tattoo Happy Meal.
I don't know, I'm just remembering that one on World's Dumbest Criminals where the two cops went to a Burger King and turned out there was a little bit. So the idiot who was running the register that night put some of his weed in the burgers that the cops ordered, and so the cops ate the weed with their Whoppers.
Yeah. Still not as bad as being a kid in a foreign country and opening up your Happy Meal to see a fucking swastika tattoo.
Ooh. Could you imagine if that had happened in Germany?
Someone's getting their head cut off.
Right? Do you know it's illegal to be a Holocaust denier in Germany?
Holocaust denier?
Yeah, it is actually against the law to be a Holocaust denier in Germany.
Like, are they proud of it or are they ashamed of it?
They want that as that acknowledged as history, because that
like one of their
as
like their
like
historical fuck up.
As like a don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
And I don't blame
That's
them.
about as bad as denying 9/11.
Yeah. Oh god, the next stream we do, there is a guy who on a live stream straight up said, and I quote, "America deserved 9/11." Yes, he is an absolute piece of garbage. And I just lost you.
Alright, hello.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Fuck does that keep happening?
I don't know.
But it's like, why would you fucking say that we deserve now?
Yeah, guy's a real
The
piece of...
stupidity is gonna make my brain commit suicide.
Guy's a real piece of garbage. But in any event, let's wrap up this video and then wrap up the stream before my computer kills itself again.
Yeah, attempted suicide.
That's the only way your family could survive? How? And why couldn't you just film yourself getting fucked by him at your house in the safety and comfort of your own house, in private, away from everyone else, and certainly away from the area that kids go to learn? Jesus Christ, if the whole idea was to sell a fantasy to perverts about a school teacher being fucked on the job or whatever, why not just set that up at your house? Just get a little desk, a TI-85 calculator, and a ruler, and then still have your husband give you the business there, away from actual schools. Like, it just seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, overall, a pretty wild and wacky situation. Again, I do understand teachers do not get a fair salary. Their pay is pathetic for what they do, and how important teachers are. They're, like, probably one of the most important jobs, and yet they make no money from it, basically. So I do understand the financial struggle, but that doesn't excuse what Samantha and her husband did here.
No.
All of their actions fucking in the classroom that they teach kids at is despicable and sick. So it's no excuse for their actions, but I do understand that the teacher salary is terrible. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.
The way he cuts off his videos.
Yeah. I love that there's no long-winded outro. He just says what he needs to say.
Yeah. That's fucked.
And like he said, it's like, just set up a room in your house to do that. If that's going to be the road you take.
Pretty sure that's how most porn videos on OnlyFans work.
Yeah. Just find a part of your house and set it up that way.
Right. 100 fucking %.
But in any event,
Only thing I have to add to the stream is, what the fuck, lady? That's it.
yeah, and that's about all you really can say is what the fuck.
Yeah.
But in any event, I think now would be a good time to cap it off here because I gotta go make dinner. I gotta be in bed early because I got work tomorrow.
And we all got busy weekends ahead of us.
Yeah. So, I think now is a good time to properly end the stream. So, we'll just cap it off here. So, thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys later.